Hey everyone, and it's Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm back with another apartment renovation, and we are decorating a small apartment in a Grandmacore style. I know I mentioned recently that I was probably gonna not do as many apartments, but I feel like I've just had so much inspiration for a variety of different styles, and I have had a couple of different series based on apartments, so I think they're gonna keep coming. I'm having so much fun with them. But anyway, what Grandmacore is essentially what you associate with the style a grandma might have, but not necessarily for a sim that is of that age. It's a lifestyle aesthetic that's cozy, nostalgic, and whimsical, inspired by the home, fashion, and lifestyle of a traditional grandmother. It's kind of similar to cottagecore, but not quite. So I wanted to decorate a space that looked very grandma-esque for a younger sim, maybe a young adult or an adult who has this particular aesthetic interior design style, who lives alone in this apartment with their cats, but I wasn't thinking they were an older sim. And I thought that this space came out so nice, and I actually ended up getting to use quite a few items from the new Secret Sanctuary kit, which is the one that came out a week or so ago now for Bella Goth. I thought that the fireplace from that kit was so beautiful, and I was so excited to use it, and it just ended up fitting perfectly into this apartment, as did the new sofa or chaise lounge. I think it is so pretty, and so I tried to be inspired by the colors on those items for the rest of the apartment. So you can see that that has inspired me to go with a green kitchen here, which is from the Country Kitchen kit. But before we get any further into this, I wanted to let you know about the sale that's going on right now for The Sims birthday. The Sims is having another massive sale to celebrate 25 years of the franchise. From now until February 10th, a bunch of expansions are 50% off, like Cottage Living, Growing Together, For Rent, Horse Ranch, and more. And for the first time, Life and Death is even on sale for 25% off. So now is a great time to pick up some packs you might have had your eyes on, and if you do, please consider using my creator code Gryphi at checkout. You just enter it when making a purchase on the EA app, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a way to support me as a creator, so thank you in advance, and thank you to EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. So the kitchen is starting to come together. I do switch where the stove and the sink are a couple of times, and I'm actually going to be changing the tile in here as well. At first, I thought that this one from Parenthood was going to be perfect, but something about it felt a little bit too busy. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. I think it's just a little dark. So I'm pretty sure I ended up going with the one from Home Chef Hustle in the end, which is so beautiful. I know I overuse it, and I feel like everyone does. It's just such a gorgeous tile. So we will be switching to that in a little bit. I also considered using the new frame TV from the Secret Sanctuary kit, but I didn't end up keeping it in the end. I decided that this living room did not need a television, so I will be getting rid of that. Instead, I ended up using the new artwork, which I'm placing down right now, and I'm actually going to swap the fireplace to be on the other wall. And I also really loved the new record player from this pack too. I think it is so pretty. I paired everything with this beautiful rug, which, oh my goodness, what pack is that rug from? It might be from Cottage Living, but it also might be from Growing Together. Either way, the flowers on it I thought were absolutely perfect, and I tried to use a floral wallpaper in here as well, but it just was clashing a little bit and didn't have quite the right wood tones I wanted, so I ended up going with this one instead, which is from the Cozy Bistro kit. And I just thought it was really pretty. I liked the accents of that, and I am using the new tea set from the latest kit as well, and trying to get plenty of plants in here and adding a little bit of color through the curtains. I thought that the green looked really nice, and of course we needed a cozy, comfy basket of blankets and pillows in here. Just sounds so lovely and is so grandma to me. I also added an old lamp over here and a piano. One thing that I considered adding, and I think I just forgot to in the end, was either a knitting basket or a cross-stitch basket. I thought that that would be a fun thing as a hobby for this sim, because I think those things are way more popular, especially through a variety of age ranges now. I feel like it's still something that's kind of associated with an older sim or a grandma, or an older person or a grandma like in real life. But so many people do that. And I was trying to lean into that idea of a grandma, but not a grandma in this apartment. And so I thought that that was a really cool idea, but for some reason I didn't grab it in the end. I think I just forgot. But that could be something that would be really fun for the sim to pursue. I could imagine just hanging up all of your cross stitches that your sim does on the walls in this apartment. I also loved these new bookcases from the Secret Sanctuary kit. I didn't end up using the bookcase door, just the actual bookcases as decor on either side of the fireplace, and I added some additional clutter in there, a variety of books. I also end up getting a cat statue. There's a plate, and I also really like that piece of artwork that I put on the left bookcase that has some florals on it. That is actually from the Comfy Gamer Kit, and that particular swatch I feel like is going to be so versatile in a lot of homes. A lot of them are, but I think that one in particular, because some of the other ones are a little bit more gamer and stuff that I really like, but might not work in every Sims home. Anyway, I'm just adding some flowers here on top of the fireplace, as well as some candles. I believe these candles are from Lovestruck. I thought that those were really pretty up there, and I'm just so obsessed with the artwork up above the chimney. I was so excited when I was looking through this kit when I did my kit overview, because this was not one that I was particularly excited about, but I was so impressed by the items, and I can't wait to use more of them. Anyway, behind the sofa over here, I just got a side table. I'm placing down a lamp and a couple of other decorations. We got lots of florals throughout this apartment, lots of greenery in general, and lots of artwork. I feel like this sim has collected a lot of things. I could imagine them being really inspired by things they find at thrift stores. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely on the thrifting side of TikTok, and I love the idea of just finding old artwork, portraits of different people and thinking, oh, this is a cool looking thing. And I have no idea who this person is, but just like hanging it up on their walls. I've definitely seen a lot of that on TikTok, and I thought that was kind of a fun idea for this sim. They definitely get a lot of their stuff secondhand and are really inspired by things in the past. So that was the entire idea. And right now in the kitchen, I am just adding a rug and a table and chairs. The rug and table is from Cottage Living, but the chairs are from Cats and Dogs. And then I'm going to actually clutter up the kitchen because I just got the layout of it before in the tile, but I didn't actually add any clutter in here before I moved on into the living room. Sometimes I do that. I just bounce around a build as I get inspired for different spaces. But I wanted to get plenty of stuff in here that looked functional, but also added some personality to this space. So I was thinking the sim could be really into baking. So there is a tray over here of different baked goods. I also have a bread box and a few other items that I place over here on this side. Like that crock, and there's also a drying rack. I think I don't add cutting boards in this kitchen. There are some hanging from that drying rack above the sink, but this is the first time in a very long time that I did not add the cutting boards from the, oh my goodness, from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack. I add those in pretty much every build unless it's a base game build, but I decided not to here. And then this is going to be our bedroom. I'm going to swap the side that I have the bed on just because I really wanted to fit the vanity in here, but I also wanted some sort of dresser or some sort of wardrobe, and I was really struggling to figure out the layout, but it does come together in the end. It just takes me a little while, and I do end up getting a variety of artwork up above the bed. It's sort of like a gallery wall mixed with a mirror, and I think it looks really nice. And I do keep the plant that I placed in here as well. It's from Cottage Living, and it's one that I really like the style of, but I've always been really bothered by the shadows it has. It has some really strange lighting on it, and so it's not one I use very often. However, I still thought it looked nice in here. And then on the bedside table, I'm actually using a couple of items from Comfy Gamer here as well. Both the candle and the open book are from that, and I just think they are such nice clutter pieces, and it's so cool to have items like that that are intended for more of like a gamer studio to work in other use cases, which isn't surprising because of course Kayla thought of all of that, but it's just so nice in use to have that. I also added the cat tree in here. There's a little jewelry box and some more artwork, and I will be going throughout the rest of the apartment to add a litter box for the cat as well as food bowls. So that will be added here shortly. I know a lot of times I do forget to add things for pets, but I really wanted to make sure I had that this time. And I will be coming back into the bedroom as well to add a wardrobe a little bit later. Right now there isn't one. Your Sims don't technically need one. If they have a mirror in the house, they can change outfits or plan outfits from there. However, I do like to realistically have a wardrobe if I can. But anyway, the food bowls have been added, and then I threw the litter box in here so I wouldn't forget to add it into the bathroom. And I'm figuring out the layout based on all of that. So we have a shower tub combo. We have like some counters over here for a sink. And I'm going to clutter everything up. I am using the same countertops that I used in the kitchen. I just think that's kind of realistic. I know it's not something that happens in every scenario, but I think in an apartment, a lot of times it makes sense because they save money on materials if they're using the same sort of fixtures throughout the different spaces. So that was the idea. And of course, just getting some toothpaste and stuff in here. If I was thinking this was actually for an older sim, I did consider adding the dentures, But I was imagining that this was a younger sim, although some younger people do have dentures, but I decided not to have that in this space, and I'm just getting your basic stuff, toilet paper, a plunger, all of that. I also got a little cabinet up above the toilet, and I believe some stuff hanging up in the shower as well. At least I usually do that. I might not have in this one, but I did get a bathrobe next to it, and I did get the hanging things in the shower. I love that item. It's from the bathroom clutter kit. That's a really good one in my opinion, but I also really like the clutter kits. That's pretty much it for that bathroom. Now we're going out and adding a trash can, and we should be working on the entryway, which I almost forgot to do. And that should be pretty much it for this apartment. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Also, a massive thank you to my YouTube members for all of your support. If you'd like to become a member yourself, you can click the join button below the video or the link in the description. Just finishing up here with a fire alarm and a thermostat, and then we should be heading on into screenshots. Let me know what other apartments or builds you'd like to see on the channel, and enjoy those screenshots, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.